Like a studio session.
Yes.
You good?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Corey. All right, people, we are back, and I have the wonderful Dr. Angela Poole with me. She is a PC user, but I'm not going to hold it against her. And we're going to talk about the Institute of Music Business and the upcoming conference in the Can't Get a Direct Flight to Tallahassee, Florida. Dr. Poole, tell us all about the Institute for Music Business and its upcoming conference, please.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me, Trig. And we
Sure.
are working on getting some direct flights to the capital city of Florida,
Exactly. It's a capital
Tallahassee.
city. How could you not have direct flights?
I know. Well, I'm excited to chat with you about the Institute for Music Business and our second annual Music Business Conference. It's May 29th to the 31st, and we're excited to bring in music preneurs. So a musicpreneur is an independent artist who's paying for everything, all their own recording studio time and music videos, and they're just, they're covering everything, travel costs, promo, and they don't realize they really are not just independent artists, they're independent labels. And so we're here to learn about the business. And so this will be a weekend of networking and panels and showcases and what we call lock-ins with songwriting and producer and artist lock-ins, so that you can leave this weekend leveling up your career with
That's
new
good.
relationships.
So good. Well, one, I love that term musicpreneur because it's so appropriate. It's so funny. I just wrote an article about the value of music producers and how some of it's lost in today's DIY world, and that
Yes.
technology is a wonderful thing and allows you to do everything yourself from end to end. But the question is, should you, right? And the power of collaboration that can happen. But even if you're going to, the fun part's the creative. It's after the
Right.
creative that the work truly begins.
Exactly.
And obviously creative takes work as well, but there's so much that happens afterwards. So thank you for what you do in creating that kind of weekend. I'm excited that we will be there this year for the first time.
We are
So we didn't miss
excited
too
to
many
have
since
you.
this is the second year. So we didn't miss
Right.
too many. And I'm excited about, well, a couple things. One, the idea that it's large, but still small enough to be intimate, right? So that 100 to 150 people, you still feel like you can work rooms and put your eyeballs on almost everyone and then pick those you're going to spend more intimate time with. So excited about that. Excited about the panel that we'll participate on for radio.
Yes.
Liz Speaks, host of I'll Just Let Myself In, will be there in the building representing Holy Culture, and I'm looking forward to that. And then thirdly, I'm looking forward to the partnership we have where we're going to bless someone with the Holy Culture package, the Inspired by Him contest, where people get to send their songs in. They register first, people. Let me say this 3 times. Register first, register first, register first. Okay. But then you're going to submit your song. And what's so nice about it is you're going to have people like myself and Lish and other folks listen to the songs. And then at the conference, we're going to pick folks to be a part of, let's call it a partnership that could include marketing, distribution, promotion, radio, etc. And so I try to answer the questions that I know on top of people's mind. Well, what does Holy Culture have to do with all those things? Well, we actually launched a label in July of 2023, and I call it the experimental label, the learning label, because I want us to always be in the mindset of we don't pretend to know it all. We try to use foundational practices, strategies that have been tried and tested and true, but what was true last week may not be true this week.
That's
So
right.
we want to be nimble. We want to learn. We also have the added pressure, if you ask me, in my humble opinion, of we are very super niche genre, right? I mean,
In
we're
a
like a
good way.
subgenre of a subgenre of a subgenre, right? And so that means we have to be that much more nimble, that much more fluid, repivot when we need to. And so when I think of us as a label, that's who we are. We're in a learning lab, but we're out executing while we're learning. And so for me, I'm looking for things like people who have grit, people who have creativity, people who are willing to carve a groove in the wood. And if you don't know what that means like when there's grooves in the wood already, it's great for water to come into that groove and run down it. But if there's no groove there, someone has to carve it. I like people like that. They're willing to hustle. They have the resilience. They want to grow in all aspects. And of course, the music's got to sound dope. I mean, that's a given. But it's those other factors. How you show up visually. How do you present yourself? Are you willing to have conversations? All those good things. Lish and some special people who are Holy Culture family or are on the label will be there as well, representing yours truly, since I can't be there. But let me just say this, just in case you play this on the screens. I am watching. from afar.
Yes, yes.
through everybody who I work with.
You will be there in spirit.
I'll be there in spirit. Yeah.
Yes. Well, we're so excited that you are a part of this conference and you're looking for artists with grit, because that really is what it takes.
Indeed.
And I'm so happy about this song contest, because out of all these other things, you want an artist that has a story.
Yes.
And they have a story to tell. This is their moment to share their song, to share their testimony. And this really is a special competition, right? We're not just looking for you to come sing, but share your story. Let us really feel like you believe in what you're singing about.
Please share your story. I mean, we could probably spend hours on this, but I mean, can you have a hit song? Yes, but man, people really attach to a story.
Yes.
And so some stories and brands could be the thing that differentiates you from a good song to a good song to a good song. And then somebody who tends to, within that 3 minutes, if you will, are able to unpack a story or part of the story arc that makes people feel connected. So just give that some thoughts as you're preparing and picking a song or developing a new song. Think about the connectivity you want to create with potential audience.
Yes. And when you first register for the conference and then go and submit your song, when you come to the conference, you'll have a chance to meet with Lish. Lish is going to actually be holding office hours.
Yes.
And so she'll have a chance to get to know you personally.
Yes.
You might seem one way from your song entry, but it'll be nice to put a name with a face and really hear your voice and talk to her one-on-one.
Absolutely. And book her up. Lish has told me she doesn't want to sleep while she's in Tallahassee.
Okay, let's
she is
do
looking to go from meeting to meeting to meeting. She didn't say that, but I'm saying that. She's looking to go to meeting to meeting to meeting.
Yes.
And talk to you. And you know, Lish has a background as an artist too. She's a very strong influencer and has been in the space for a minute, so she can deposit some gems during those listening sessions. So please take advantage of them.
And I can't wait to hear what Lish has to add to the radio panel also.
Yes, indeed.
And so we're going to be having a whole panel, one of many, but the one that she's going to be on is focusing on radio strategies for independent artists. Awesome. And we're going to have iHeartRadio on that panel. We're going to have another Sirius XM host and program manager, Mita Washington from Kirk Franklin's Praise, moderating that. We're going to have iHeartRadio and Radio One as well. Derek Harper is coming. Tracy Bethea is coming. Adrian Warren is coming. So Lish is going to be on that panel. Yeah, Lish is going to be talking about how does Sirius XM and Holy Culture fit in with Sound Exchange and that whole revenue generating model for FM radio versus satellite radio. So definitely should come and find out some strategies for independent artists in radio.
Absolutely. All right, family. So it's the ball's in your hand. Okay, get registered now. Tell them, Angela, it's going to be in the caption below for sure, but let them know, tell them where they go to register.
Sure. You go to our website, imbusiness.org/2025 conference. Everything's right there. The whole conference schedule is there. All the panelists are there. Everything you need to know about the weekend is there. And listen, like James Trigg said, it's intentionally intimate. Yes. So we have about 120, 150 people, because what we found out last year is people said, I got to meet the panelists. I got to eat with the panelists. I got to chat with them afterwards. We had an artist showcase last year that was supposed to end about 10 p.m. We were there till 1 a.m. Just hanging out. Just hanging out. Panelists, just talking with the artists. And that's really what you're coming to get. You don't get that just watching a conference on YouTube. You know, that's what makes it worth it to come and be there face to face.
Absolutely. Take advantage of it, family. And if you're obviously curious about the contest, you go to holyculture.net/inspired by him. But again, one of the first things it's going to ask you is to put in your conference reservation number. Okay.
Yes.
It's going to ask you that. And then if you put in a dummy one, we will check. I know none of you would do that. I'm sorry for even mentioning that, but I just want to let you know, right? We will check and audit. And so there's no putting in a dummy number or anything like that.
You won't even make the next step.
Won't make the next step. So avoid the embarrassment, avoid wasting our time. We appreciate you. We love you. And we hope to see you at the conference, y'all.
Yes.
Blessings.
Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Awesome.
That was